back with another story from Japan, and it's kind of sad, but not really. I think it's definitely something where cultural exchange happened, and I guess there was a little bit of romance. Me and a boy. This is my Japan love story, ? I had a friend that I made in my study abroad program, who was also the friend I went to the cross-dressing maid cafe with, and I have a video explaining that story, so click here so you can watch it. He found out about this thing on Facebook, and basically it was a language exchange social party that was hosted by this Japanese guy who's like 20-something years old, about the same age as us, who can speak 5 languages. So he told me about this party, and I was like, yeah, let's go. So I went with him, and it was so fun. Second time I went, my friend who was a guy decided to invite a guy friend, and I decided to invite my friend that was a girl, because, I mean, let's be real here, like, he wanted to talk to girls, and I wanted to talk to guys. Like, okay, I'm not gonna deny it. With both of us together, we didn't really end up, I guess, talking to the kind of people we wanted to talk to, because people probably thought we were like boyfriend and girlfriend. So we're just like, this time I'm gonna be with a guy and you're gonna be with a girl, and we'll be able to talk to who we want to talk to. And I'm like, all right. So there are these little tables at this social that have juice and soda bottles and cups. It's basically the punch bowl of the situation. So we're standing there, and we see these 2 guys standing there also, and so we're like, let's see how long it takes for them to talk to us. So we're just standing there, and eventually the guys talk to us, and they were very nice. The way I described these socials and parties was just basically a way for foreigner people to make friends with Japanese people, and Japanese people to make friends with foreigner people. Yeah. So these 2 guys, they start talking to us. They're Japanese guys, and they go to this really good university that is one of like I guess, I don't know if it's necessarily a rival of the university we studied at, but was a good school. So these guys are, I guess you could say, smart. And not only that, they were pretty nice looking, you know, very nice. So they were attractive. So they talked to us, and it was really nice, and they were just really funny. I don't know if they were really funny, but like they were really funny, I guess. And it was a good conversation. And then at one point, one of the guys, he's like trying to say something, but he can't figure out the words in English, so he just says it in Japanese. We're like, what? And then his friend, who was better at speaking English than him, he said like, well, there's a lot of people here. Are you sure you're okay with still talking to us and not talking to other people? And we were like, yeah, it's totally fine. Now, I don't know if this was just him being honest about himself, or maybe that was just a way for them to secretly say like, oh no, we want to talk to other people, as a way for them to escape. I don't know, but I thought that was interesting, because I feel like that's something that would never really happen in the US. We're like, no, we like talking to you. So we continue talking. Eventually, this is where it gets fun. They asked us if we knew certain Japanese words. He asked us, do you know what kabedon is? And I was like, yes, I do know what that means. Okay, I didn't say it like that. I was like, yeah, I know what that means. It's so funny, but my friend didn't know what it meant. So the guy explains, and this is helpful for you if you don't know what that phrase means. It's basically when you have a person standing against a wall, and you have another person facing that person standing against the wall, and the person like puts their arm on the wall that's kind of like over the other person. And it's usually done when like a guy is like confessing to a girl. So the 2 guys demonstrated it, and it was really funny. And I was like, I wish someone would do that to me. And then one of the guys I really liked more than the other guy, he was like, yeah, I wish I could do that to someone too. And I was like, no, oh my god, please let this happen. So embarrassing. I'm like so embarrassed by that. I forgot if this happened before that, but we started talking about our interest in things, and so my friend was saying how I love karaoke, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll jump around and sing and dance. And then the one guy that I liked more than the other guy was like, oh, kawaii, and I was like, oh my god. But in the outside I was like, no, it's not. It's really weird. And he was like, no, that's cute. And I was like, oh, no, it's not. It's okay. We can admit that it's cute. I actually say that in real life. I was just like, oh wow, okay. I eventually ended up telling them I like AKB48, or maybe my friend said that. Well, the Can of Worms was released. I'm not using that term correctly. the cat was out of the bag, and they were like, oh, that's interesting. Because in Japan, AKB48 has a really weird connotation to them. It's like if you say you like anime, basically. So that was interesting. As for them, the guy that I liked more, he said he was majoring in architecture and philosophy. Whoa, smart guy. And he was wearing like a beanie, and oh my god, his style and everything was just so nice. I was like, yes, oh my god, I can't believe I'm talking to this really nice guy that thinks I'm kawaii. The end of the conversation arrives, and their friend goes up to them, and he's like, hey, we gotta go. And they were like, okay. They were like, well, we have to go because our friend has to go too. Yeah. We were like, oh, okay. We tried to exchange Line information. If you don't know what Line is, it's basically, I guess, the Facebook of Japan. It's like a messaging service. Everyone uses it. And you can text message each other through it. I didn't have data while I was in Japan. I could only rely on Wi-Fi. So there was no Wi-Fi in the building. And so I couldn't exchange their Line information. But my friend had data. And so she added the other guy. And, she added both of them, and I was just like, I'll get that information later. So it was really nice talking to them, and they leave, and I was like, did that just happen? And my friend was what ruined me. My friend was saying, hey, we should try watching fireworks with them, because I know that's what they do in Japan. Guys and girls go watch fireworks together. And I was like, oh, really? I mean, I guess that's the thing. Like the Hanabi fireworks festival and stuff, it's a very couples related thing. Family too, but like a lot of like couples go together, and it's so romantic. So my friend says that to me, and I'm like, oh, that would be quite nice. Days passed, and we never hear any response from them, and we never talk to them again. And then I left Japan and back in America, and I'm in front of this camera telling this story. That's the end of my Japan love story, question mark. I mean, I wish that something really like romantic and movie-like happened, but that didn't happen. No, we talked to them. It was a great conversation, something I'll never forget, that involved cultural exchange and funny moments, but I never heard back from them, and I don't even remember their names, but yeah, I hope they're good. I think they are both seniors too, so they're off in the work field, achieving their dreams and doing whatever it is that they like to do. Thanks for watching. I hope you found that tale riveting. If you haven't already, check out the 50 vlogs I made while I was studying abroad in Japan, because I worked really hard on those, and I think they really capture a wide variety of experiences you can have in Japan. Some of them are out and about, and some of them I'm just sitting in my room talking about my thoughts and stuff. So as always, thanks for watching, and you'll see me in the next video of mine you decide to click